All right, these two guys, they went against each other headlining back over the summertime, and it was the closest thing to a draw that we've had here at the show, so I wanted to have them back go against each other. Our first debate tonight is print porn versus internet porn. That's right. Woo! And on the side of print porn, you've seen him all around town, headlines Comedy Works, and was also featured in the Montreal Just for Laughs Festival. Put your hands together for Ben Roy, everybody! Ben Roy, the side of print porn. That was kind of weak. All right, and on the side of internet porn, you know him, you love him, Vine Street favorite. Put your hands together for Bobby Crane, everybody! All right, and going first on the side of print porn, Ben Roy.
How you guys doing? Let's just cut the shit right here. All right? You guys know the fucking truth. I want to tell you a little story. I want to tell you a story about a little boy who grew up in a pretty strict household. You know, it was so strict that his parents demanded any type of obedience. You know, he couldn't have opinions. His parents didn't want him to have direct eye contact. Insisted he referred to his family as king and queen. But that little boy, he didn't want to listen to their rules. He didn't. So he got on a boat and he crossed the ocean. And he found a new land for himself. And he harvested that land and cleared it and built on it. And his parents came over and said, "This is mine. I want part of it." And this little boy, he said no. He said, "No, I culled and harvested. This is mine." And he fought them and he lost a part of himself that day, guys. That war took a part of him. But in the end, he won the battle and the war and his freedom. And here, that freedom is the foundation of what you and I are sitting on today. And I don't think I have to spell it out for you guys. That little boy was a man named Larry Claxton Flint. Okay? Fuck yeah, it was. Tell me, who's the CEO of fucking YouPorn? Tell me that. Who is he? Did he get shot, paralyzing himself, putting himself into some sort of lisped eunuch, some fucking rollable internet fucking porn puzzle? No, he didn't fucking do that. He fucking died for your sin. This man is a fucking... And then he goes through the double tragedy of having his wife die of a drug addiction and then be portrayed later on by Courtney Love. That's fucking terrifying. Internet porn is contributing, if you watch it, to the degradation of American society. It is. Why? Because it tells you what to believe. And it's also entitlement, people. You remember when you didn't just get porn? It wasn't just put on your table in front of you. You didn't know it. We're disconnected from our porn, folks. There's no hunt anymore. You remember when you had to hunt for your pornography? You remember when you would stake it out at a bookstore and you would see it, you'd be like, "That's the one I want." And you'd go to reach up, "Someone's coming, better heat. I'm gonna retreat back. I'm gonna hide my position." But then you'd pick it out, and then you had to look the clerk in the eye with your purchase, right? You had to hold it up and say, "Yeah, I love women over 70. I'm fucking fine with this. I like dangly labia. I'm okay with it." Oh, that's too much? Fuck you. That's what you are. You're no longer able, you're separated from it. Internet porn is just entitlement. You'd get back with that little porn, that stash of porn you got, and you were proud, fresh from the kill like a bushman, pardon the fucking pun. But you were back, and you hid that shit. You hid it. Right? Like a pelt or a fur you had just got, right? And you would hide it from all your friends so no one could reap the benefits of your hard work. But when everybody was gone, you'd take it out, right? And like a great fur, by candlelight, you would fucking pound that thing soft. And then like a great pelt, you'd trade it with your friends for tobacco. That's the way it worked. Internet porn is entitlement. It's telling you what to think. It spells it all out. Print porn didn't. It set up a scenario for you. It didn't tell you what to do. Internet porn's just laughing at you. Print porn would set up the fucking scenario and be like, "Look, you finish the scene," right? Do it in your head. But internet porn's like, "No, I categorized it all up and down the side. Just press a button. You're gonna fuck it up." That's what it's telling you to do. It was the 90s. You know, you'd see that girl, pigtails, dick, inches from her face, right? And you'd be like, you know what? I don't want a blowjob. And print would say, finish it for me. Finish it. You know what? It's the 90s. I'm gonna double back. I'm gonna smash her pumpkin. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give her a little of the old melancholy and the infinite sadness. That's what I'm gonna do.
I imagine the first time old man Roy over here masturbated, it was to a floppy-titted elderly Swahili tribeswoman in a National Geographic. And like Mount St. Helens, that first eruption was massive. Only happened once. It was in the 80s, and the debris could be smelled in 32 states. Old man Roy started whacking it in a time before Hugh Hefner was using Just for Men on his pubes. A time when Donkey Kong wasn't a sex move. A time when banging Madonna wouldn't be considered bestiality. Not me, though. I came into manhood. Pun most definitely intended. In the 21st century, a time of DesperateAmateurs.coms, MySistersHotFriends.coms, RacksandBlacks.coms, NaughtyOffice.coms, FuckTeam5.coms, MILFLessons.coms, and barely legal cum-guzzling Asian buttsluts.edus. Hey, old man Roy, maybe you should be taking notes. Oh, did you forget your inkwell and quill at home? That's cool. I can fax them to you. No? Telegraph? Smoke signals? Maybe I could get a carrier pigeon to fly these over to your estate if that would be more convenient. He's really old. You see, to old man Roy over here, the internet is a place where he waits for his dial-up to fire up so he can use his 28.8 modem to log into AOL Instant Messenger and tell people to look for him on Friendster. Also, Ben heard about a really cool site on the World Wide Web where you can get free music. It's called Napster. I just don't have the heart to tell him, you guys. He doesn't know about jizzhut.com or assparade.net, so instead he struggles through a bunch of old magazines that's pages are stuck together. The reason why old man Roy is so angry all the time is because he doesn't get any sleep because of the huge stack of hustlers under his bed fucking up his arch support. When he needs some more material for his spank bank, he has to come up with a lie to tell his wife about going to get a new shitty tattoo or something. By the time he's out of the house, I've already scrolled meatholes.com, surfed milfriders.com, and had more eruptions than Old Faithful. By the time old man Roy drives to Pleasures, sorts through the old Playboys, and finally makes a selection, I've browsed baldtaco.com, skimmed fartfantasy.com, and shot out more paste than Elmer's. By the time old man Roy gets to the register to write a check for some Afro twat vintage, I've already had more strokes than a first-time golfer hitting quadruple bogeys every green for 36 hole on a PGA level course. Meanwhile, old man Roy is talking to a level 4 dungeon master about a Playboy editorial from 1974. By the time old man Roy gets home and starts trying to get his flaccid old cock to wake up, I'm looking for a chisel so I can get to the off switch on my laptop. So come on your keyboard. It's the 21st century.
I couldn't help but notice you wrote all of your jokes down on fucking paper. You're not fucking Geordie LaForge, whatever, fucking Star Warsing your way along an iPod, fucking asshole, or an iPad. No, you're using good old-fashioned fucking paper. Let's not forget that print porn made it so that life was so much easier, man. It created fantasy. You ever watch internet porn or HD porn, and you see that little wart by a girl's asshole, and you're like, is that fucking herpes? Does her asshole have a fucking knuckle? No. No, you know what? Video porn didn't do any work for you. But no, print porn, it'll airbrush that shit for you. They'll take everything right out of it. Hey guys, you've had a hard fucking day. You've had a hard day. Let me take care of that. And don't forget that print porn made one of the best pastimes, one of the best, funnest pastimes in this country, which is watching women try to achieve unattainable physical goals. That's the funnest thing in this country to watch. What's that? Smooth skin. That never fucking happens in nature. You try for that. Oh yeah, maybe you should get in a tanning bed. All you get in a tanning bed is sunspots on your breastplate so it looks like someone fired hot diarrhea all over your fucking chest. I'm losing you. I'm going off the dome, guys. I'm doing this for you. I want you guys to go back to a time. I want to take you back to a time. Remember, back to a time when the air was cleaner, when the food was fresher, when the cocaine purer. I want you to remember back to the fields of your youth. And you'd dig up a coffee can underneath your neighbor's barn. And you'd open it up, and inside were the cutouts of pornography gathered throughout your adolescent journey. And you would sit in that field, the pale light of mid-May on your face, looking out onto the horizon, hoping you could see the back of your future self. And you'd open up one of those little papers and you'd look down, and that Eastern European woman was looking up at you. And she was looking you right in the eye. And she had God's pocket spread so wide that you swore you could have saw heaven. Guys, internet porn is in our DNA, and our DNA is in internet porn, literally. So make the right decision tonight, guys. Come home. Dinner's ready.
Old Man Roy. Old Man Roy could have figured out how to type duckyporn.com into his browser window. Old Man Roy could have gone to jizzhut.com and had some fun. Old Man Roy could have tried something new, clicked on MrChewAsianBeaver.com and relieved those angsty old balls. But instead he looked at those old crusty magazines, realized they did nothing for him anymore, and decided to have sex with his girlfriend. Now we have a miniature Old Man Roy running around, and we're all worse off. Internet porn, preventing more Ben Roys since 1995. In the end though, during those tough economic times that we're in, internet porn just makes more sense, guys. 'Cause it's fucking free. And what you get is more spank for your bank, more trickle for your nickel, more splash for your cash, more flow for your dough, more pleasure for your treasure, and overall, less spank toll for your bankroll. Keep on spanking the worldwide wank, Vine Straight.
Keep it going for Ben and Bobby, guys. Before we pick a winner, I feel obligated to come to Bobby's defense. MrChewsAsianBeaver.com is way funnier than you guys gave it credit for. All right, we got to pick a winner. If you're on the side of print porn and Ben Roy, get up for Ben Roy, everybody. And if you like to keep it digital and internet porn, get up for Bobby Crane, guys. I think it's Ben Roy winning that one again. All right, good job.